Oh man, Hexy back in his element where he belongs. Okay, little GBACW, first Battle of Kernstown. All right, when is this? March 20th of 1862, and we decided to go hey diddle diddle right up the pike in the middle, right through Kernstown. And so far, the Confederates are putting a pounding on these Yankee troops here, which is kind of interesting because their morales really aren't bad. Um, yeah, well, I mean, sixes and sevens where the Confederates are sevens and eights for the most part. So yeah, the morale for the Confederates or the cohesion is a little bit better. But they just stunned the frontline infantry that was sort of scattered up through here, and you get victory points by not doing activations for the Union, but I don't see how you can't do it. I mean, we had one brigade that, I mean, the Union is spread out, so there's an attack coming. You know it. The first cannon fire goes off from Ashby's cavalry, artillery, horse artillery sitting down here. And I know that all these troops in the area could hear that, so they got to get moving. Um, and if you do more than one activation on the 1100 and 1200 turns for the Union, the Confederates get a victory point. Well, fortunately for the Union, Shields only drew one activation, one efficiency, so he wasn't doing anything anyhow. And which, by the way, Shields is not on the field. Kimball is. He's in charge of the division, which is just two brigades at the current time, plus Dahl's artillery. So there are reinforcements that will come on for the Union on the 1500 game turn. It's actually quite a bit of reinforcements at 3 o'clock. But they can also get victory points by not bringing those reinforcements on. So right now, if they were to come on this turn right now, I would say no, I don't need them right now, even though we're getting beat up pretty good. Already got a collapsed regiment. This poor Confederate regiment here, he was a full strength 6, so 300 men, took these cannons without a loss. Post shock he automatically disrupts, and then 2 regiments from Sullivan's brigade. The first regiment fired at him and hit him for 2D. He was at a 5 strength, hit him for 2D, and he was already disrupted, so he lost 2, took him down to 3, and then the second disruption or disorder took him down another one, which collapsed him. So that's how fast he lost 150 men, and it collapsed him. So he's out. Get him out of the way. Something I didn't know is the ammo rules are actually optional. I'm going to go look to make sure, because I'm using the 2023 rules. I'm going to go look here on the computer just to make sure I have them, because I've been doing a lot of GBACW looking on Vassal stuff, but I need to go see if there's a newer rule set just to make sure nothing changed. I'm going to spin out a little tutorial here about artillery first chance I get. There's something about artillery that's interesting that I found out about sections and batteries. But yeah, so right now Jackson is just, now what you see on the board is what Jackson's got. He's got three brigades, okay, and then he's got Ashby's cavalry, who is better equipped than the Yankee cavalry, which you can't see, but over here to the right, they've chased them. They're not going to do battle with Ashby's 2 regiments here. However, the Yankee cavalry over here, I'm moving him around to help that guy. This guy here, I need to get him into attack orders, but I don't know how they're going to do that. He's going to have to do the regiments in this game. The cavalry, they can do their own brigade orders change, but I think they suffer a major penalty. All right, so right now it's trying to recover the Union line here just south of Kernstown, and bringing Sullivan's brigade is coming forward. The rest of Kimball's brigade is moving in to try to slow this down, and the action is going to get ticked really heavy. 2 of Jackson's brigades have already gone up 2 fatigue levels. They're now at 0, so the next one's going to hurt them if they go over. And his 3rd brigade, he just hit his first fatigue level. So first Kernstown, we're going right up the middle of the pike, right up Route 11, and get back to you as soon as I play a few more turns. Talk to you soon. 1400 at Kernstown, and the tide has turned. Jackson has just got smashed 2 of his brigades, and Kimball has now flipped the switch, and they are going on the attack. Update you soon. Man, we're crossing into the 1600 turn now, and let me tell you something. I was about ready to wrap this thing up because Jackson's got 2 brigades that are combat ineffective, and only 1 brigade. He's got no reinforcements. What he's got is what he's got. He's got 1 brigade that was completely clean. Well, I think they lost 50 men. They lost 1 strength point over here. Not like that now. I think this guy here is he's taken 2 hits now. So they've lost 150 men there. He can't recover the he's not going to recover his combat effectiveness because of collapsed units and a routed unit. So while they could still fight, it's not going to take much to just completely knock them out of the battle. The guns are doing a good job. Well, they were, but these Union batteries are now they're counter-battering these guys to hell and sort of raising hell with the infantry. So at the 1500 turn, you make a choice with your reinforcements for the Union, whether they're coming onto the map or not. And it's for every turn they don't, the Union gets a victory point. So I said, okay, we're bringing them on. And we did. And now they're going to, you see how far they got in marching. Now, he took a fatigue because he did 3 and it was off-road. 1.5 of them were off-road or 2 of them were off-road. So, but he's fixing to go into advance. He's in advanced mode now. They're going to turn on this side of the Confederate line. The Confederates are going to get punished. You know what? It's Kernstown. What do we know about first Kernstown? Was it Jackson's only loss in the valley, so to speak? So this tide is fixing to flip. Well, so I was going to close it out because there's no way. Now, I think looking at the scene here and the status of Jackson's division that's here and some of Ashby's cavalry, compared to what the Union's about to hit them with, I said, this is over. There's no way. And I think in reality, it probably is over. But then I started doing the victory points as if maybe this was the end of the game. And amazingly enough, the Confederates are 2 points up. Yeah, 2 points up. So, 1 point up. So it would be a draw right now if I ended the game. And I'm thinking to myself, no. Shields' division with Kimball in charge right now, they've got a distinct advantage and it's fixing to come through. So maybe after this turn, if they can wreck this brigade here, which I need to get them out of the way, if they can wreck this brigade here, that'll probably just about do it. The Union are the only ones that have lost any cannons. They've lost 2, so that's a point each way. That's 2 points for the Confederates, and that's why the Confederates are in the lead right now. The Union's sitting on 4 collapsed or routed regiments and 2 collapsed brigades, just like the Confederates are. So that's why the points are so close. I'm amazed how balanced the VP is in this thing. But yeah, I think that's fixing to change here real quick. As soon as this 3rd Brigade over here that's just come on for Kimball, they're going to turn the corner over here. Now, here's the dilemma. The efficiency draw for Jackson, I think, is 2 3s and a 2. Well, I've drawn a 3 every time for him, and Jackson's got a +1, and he's got a range of 8, so everybody stays in command pretty much. Poor Shields, he drew a 2 one time, and every other turn he's drawn a 1. So these guys are only getting 1. No, sorry, he had 2 2s on 2 different turns. But he's only got a 1 this turn, so these guys are going to get 1 activation. They're going to have to move, so they probably won't even get to do any fire here. So unless the Confederates fired them, they're not going to get a musket shot off or a rifle shot off at all. So, but they've also got more cavalry. I need to get the cavalry over here, and that's a pretty sizable force. But for the cavalry to change, each one of the regiments has to do a brigade orders change. All right, 1600. We're going to push on. This could be over. There's only, counting this turn now, there's only 4 turns left, and the last one is a dusk or twilight turn, whatever that is. It's in gray. But I think the Union has enough to batter the Confederates. But now I'm wondering, since the Confederates actually keeping this to a draw, depending on Jackson's going to get 4 draws this time, maybe they should just go ahead and pull off the battlefield and call it a draw. But we'll see. Let's see who activates first. All right, get back to y'all after a few more turns. All right, well, welcome back to Kernstown. Not a great day for old Tommy J and his division with 3 brigades, small brigades compared to what the 3 Union brigades had on the map. We did decide to exercise the reinforcements and brought them on because I think the Yanks were going to need them. And that was just the decision point for the Confederates right there, and Jackson decided to go ahead and withdraw off the map. So he's already got the good majority of them. You know, he gets 4 activations. Yeah, they're going to fatigue out, but they're going to exit the map. And Shields only getting 1 activation. Yeah, that's all he got with this turn is 1 activation. So he was never going to catch him. So we're going to go ahead and pull them off the map. I guess you could say in that sense, yeah, the Union owned the field at the end of the day, so that would be their victory. But according to the victory points, It is 1 point in favor of the Confederates, which means it is a draw. 0 to 5 victory points is a draw. So I guess that would have been better than the loss. I guess Jackson, I understand, took his only loss in the Valley. So, yeah, a good little scenario to start with. If you want to, granted, Stigler's game will be along here shortly. I guess next month we're going to be hopefully seeing them. Maybe by the end of next month they'll start shipping them. So, but this one's a good little scenario to start with too. Some subtle extra rules like no ammunition because Jackson left his supply wagons down the pike. Yawn. And so any Confederate that loses ammo or goes out of ammo, they can't recover their ammo, whereas the Yanks can. So that didn't really have a whole much with that. Had a couple that went low ammo for the Confederacy. Nobody went out. In the Union, they resupplied all theirs. So, but they just not enough activations for the Yanks to catch them as we decided to pull Jackson off the map. And what most people say is up the valley because of the way the water flows. I live in the valley, and I think south is down and north is up. So that's the way it works for me. But yeah, 1 point, 1 victory point advantage for the Confederacy, and this turned out to be a draw. So first Kernstown on March 23rd, 1862. A draw. Great, my first GBACW game for the year, and I'm sure there's going to be many more this year. So get your GBACW out for March, and which you won't see this till March, and give it a shot, give it a play. You get Stigler's game, you need to get it out. If you order it, get it out, learn how to play it. Plus, you're going to be seeing the light rules coming around here, I imagine, not too long. So, all right, let's get this up posted so y'all can see draw at the first Battle of Kernstown in March of 1862, and we'll see y'all at the next round.